teams are about to come out. They are in the tunnel. Great to see the likes of Paul Scholes lining up in the same side as Phil Neville, David Beckham once again, Nicky Butt. Seems that we didn't really think that we would see again, but we will see them this evening. Promises to be a terrific night then, not just for Gary Neville, but for everyone associated with his family and with this club. Let's join our commentators for this. Dwight York and first Martin Tyler.
And Gary Neville was here last night, sitting where we are, Dwight, doing the commentary for MUTV, the Manchester United's own television station, putting his words to good effect as a media pundit, as he's going to be from now on. He's not one-dimensional at all. He's got plans for the future. Ian Brown from Stone Roses with a microphone in hand.
Well, Gary, we had a presentation from the club, first of all, this beautiful black gear. Well, this is a fantastic piece of art from Harold Riley, commissioned by the club for you, for the service you've given to Manchester United. Great service. You were one of the most loyal players at my time, and I really thank you for your service, and I think all the fans do too.
Well said by the manager. I think Phil Neville was about to say when he was cut off, what a noble career. Well, let's confirm the lineups for you, and it is a roll back the years selection for this Manchester United team tonight. Delpiero by Simone Pepe, collected by Aquilani. A good sprinkling of the side that finished Juventus' season, playing Napoli at home at the weekend. Chiellini scored in that game. He's challenging Michael Owen. Too high for Tony, led wide by Felipe Melo. Pepe. Aquilani and Felipe Melo, the Brazilian.
Still in, there's still a question mark. He's not sure. He's going to see how his body feel after at the end of the season and see how it goes. But what a fantastic player he's been and has been and still is. It's just a great pleasure to see him play, and he's still got it. I can assure you. And I'm sure if he wants to carry on, he still can do that.
Delpiero. Krasic coming in round the back of Phil Neville, but Phil got his angles right.
As well, just knows that it's time for him to quit, and no one likes to see that, but you just have a feeling because he's been at the top for so long.
Giggs, Philip Neville, chance for Rooney, who will treat this game as he treats every game of football, with enthusiasm and a will to win.
Yeah, great bit of...
Beckham. He can get involved again. It's easier for Ferrari in the Juventus goal this time. Really for Juventus, finished 7th. Didn't do particularly well in the European competition. They were in the Europa League. They actually played in Manchester. They played Manchester City. They went away in the group stages and drew both matches. In fact, they drew all of their Europa League group games. It wasn't enough to progress. They played in the game in which Michael Owen got a hat-trick. So they face each other again. That game was in Germany. The season before the one that's just finished. That's quiet for Giggs. Acted by Delpiero. He's just signed another year. Incumbent on the pitch.
I think you will know. Well, there's a lot of money in the summer that Liverpool has paid for him. And I suppose at this stage, you know, he hasn't really made an impact in our football here. But I'm sure he still have a lot to offer as a young man, and hopefully we'll come back from that.
Nice work by Owen. Aquilani. Felipe Melo. Now Traore. Always had plenty of pace and power about his game. Classic. Tony's got the height, came across his man there. Good defending by Neville. He'll be pleased with that.
He'd be absolutely delighted with that, and think that's what he's known for. He's very, very robust in defence, and
early ball from Beckham, looking for Rooney. Pepe. Aquilani. Delpiero famously scored inside the 27. Found out by Kuzak to Beckham. Kuzak had one or two awkward moments at Blackburn, and he has to make a save here. And another piece of tentative defending. Here's Krasic. There are 4 forward for Juventus in this attack. Pepe. Beckham has been here also as an opponent with Milan. Goals, so in within range. Owen's offside. Had all sorts of reasons for moving on. It surprised so many of us. Here's Rooney, who thought perhaps he was going to move on to events earlier this season. Cut wide by Scholes. Giggs, some options for the cutback here. Rooney! Scored by Rooney. Made by Giggs. 1-0 Manchester United after 18 minutes on Gary Neville's big night.
Yeah, fantastic move again, you know, and that's the caliber of Giggsy again. Great interplay here with, you know, Rooney and with Owen, and then Scholes with the vision. And again, you know, Giggsy for so many years he's been able to do that. Don't panic and pick the pass. And a pretty much easy and comfortable goal for Wayne.
But one helping facet of it is that there's been a managing of the dressing room by these players who know exactly what it means, what is expected of a player when they sign for Manchester United. I'm sure Gary Neville's been a strong voice in that. It means that Delpiero can let the ball under much pressure on that side of the pitch. That place, Aquilani. It's Rooney back buying Manchester United a bit of time. Delpiero. Delpiero. He's the 36 himself. Melo. Krasic with a good angle. Oh, this time again Gary Neville covers beautifully. It comes out to Aquilani. Well, Kuzak had it, lost it, then got it again.
Again, Martin, fantastic defender. He's just aware. He's just his position sense is absolutely spot on.
Delpiero trying to get it back to Lucatoni. Alex Ferguson, incidentally, still thinks he's football in around that.
He certainly has, and you know, he's a sporting icon, probably a bit more than that now. But even then, what a fantastic player he has been and still is, and a great ambassador for the game. And I'm sure that the magistrate will be delighted to see him around. And, he's always rolling with the best, isn't he?
Gary Neville is forward. It's a beautifully judged header for Michael Owen. Here's the other number 7. I can't call him that, the other number 7, for Manchester United supporters. But this Manchester United have been more about team play, and I guess as Michael Owen is found by Rooney, two members of the current, a lot of the game with Cristiano Ronaldo here was to feed him, to make him win the games. Gary Neville, lovely ball, and diving in was Owen trying to round off the Tigers cross. That's coming from the left, right-sided, Krasic. That's another shot over the top. With us on Sky Sports, both in HD or if it's Krasic. Motta with the cross, and it's wide this time. It was a lovely time run from Alex Delpiero. Combination of the present and the past. Here's very much the present. Rooney for Owen. Lovely football.
It's been a learning process for him, and he will get stronger and better. And I'm sure next year, Sir Alex is expecting him to be part of the first team on more of a regular basis.
And he's still got really devilish quality. Delpiero on the tennis. Hung into where really Juventus should have equalised. Felipe Melo in there, and Chiellini as well.
Again, it's all about the delivery again. Delpiero showing why he's been rated as one of the best players in Europe from dead ball situation. And again, that's part of Man United. It means a lot to the fans and everybody who's involved. And it's just great to see. It's great to see the applause of this magnitude, comes alive, and it's just absolutely fantastic.
Come back to Nicky Butt, who spurned the chance to go one to the right.
Fantastic striker of the ball.
Pepe. Delpiero. Krasic. And there's the equaliser from Pepe. Well, it has been coming. And there was nothing that the defence, which includes the main man tonight, could do about this. Dwight.
Yeah, again, great play from Juventus players there. And again, it's all about the delivery. And you've seen it, as you said, Martin, it was coming. A bit
of confusion there between Traore and Chiellini, and allowed Bebe to get on the ball. Gary Neville back to Bebe. He put it on the plate here for Michael Owen, who's had a couple of fairly presentable opportunities by his standards.
Yeah, I'm sure when you look at it again, fantastic play between Gary Neville and David Beckham, and Bebe here having to pick out Michael Owen. Had more
substitute, which is surely what he will be. I can't. Everyone's got a fair idea what Manchester United's starting 11 will be. And Michael Owen staking his claim with a beautifully taken goal against Blackpool here on Sunday to be an impact player.
To find the back of the net.
Chiellini. In goes Beckham, and with a real appetite for the occasion. Pace across by Bazzali. And a couple of games in that successful campaign in Germany for Italy.
Just a second late of David Beckham delivery, and I realized that you just got to get with it a bit more, and you got to move a bit earlier, because he has such fantastic delivery, and I just sort of anticipate that he was going to be coming in one touch and in, and that's what he does. And so I anticipate quite a lot, myself and Coley and the other boys, Teddy and Ollie, and know what he's capable of doing, and it was fantastic. It was easy to play in such a great team as well too. Delpiero
losing out to John O'Shea. Through Gibson to Beckham. Oh, it's one of those that had that dip and whip that characterises his work, not just in crossing, but going for a goal for himself here.
Yeah, again, you know, I think the whole final
night. Over top. One last attack from Manchester United before the half-time whistle goes. And Traore, an early replacement for Juventus, doing the defending. Pepe. Felipe Melo really connected with that. Marquisio, another regular first-team player, is on alongside Felipe Melo. Matri is a real goal-getter. More a goal-getter perhaps than a goal-maker.
Guys like Butty and Bex and, you know, Phil Neville, even though he still plays in the Premier League, and still relish a chance playing.
He'd like to get a win here, wouldn't he? Hasn't had too many wins with Everton coming back to Old Trafford.
And I think it'll be a while before they do that as well, to be quite honest.
Here's Delpiero. Beckham came across to get the ball back. Here's Bebe. Gibson. Lowen is still with us. Beckham's cross and Bebe! Oh. The latest in the line of Manchester United players to benefit from such service, but he couldn't take full advantage of the chance Beckham carved out for him.
Again, you know, Bex does what he does best in terms of give
standing that they had for so long. As a football understanding, great friends off the pitch.
Well, it shows that he's come all the way from America and missed the game, but for the MLS, with his current team, just to be here for just special occasion, it just goes to show.
Marquisio. Piero was voted yet again Juventus' player of the season.
It goes to show, isn't it? Age has nothing to do with it. I mean, you look at Ryan Giggs and what he's done and how well he's been playing all season and the previous year.
Marquinhos always starting wide from Matri. Delpiero. Now got 2 goals in the first half. Wayne Rooney for Manchester United. In half an hour that Sonic Ferguson allowed him 4 days before the Champions League final. Just before half-time, Simone Pepe headed an equalizer. Delpiero. Martinez. Delpiero.
A bit of exhibition and passing, how you deliver a ball with pace and accuracy, and Beckham has managed to do that. As I said, you give him time and space and he can do that all day long.
Start the last league game against Napoli at the weekend. It's his first start since the last league game of the previous season in Serie A. Felipe Melo. Bit of disguise on that pass.
These are I know the game is not of importance, but it's the players to get a little run around and do the things and certainly stake a claim for a place on the bench.
Delpiero goes off to great appreciation, and he's replaced by Filippo Boniperti. If you know your Juventus history, it's a famous name. His grandfather was the previous leading.
Bring down the ball in the middle of the box there, but done it extremely well and certainly looking comfortable there, I think.
Here's Bebe. Colsey started outside.
It's a great positive run here, Martin, from Bebe. He's gone straight at the heart of the defence, get away from them, but what a great opportunity for David Beckham, isn't it? I think that's what everyone is, the crowd is really excited about it.
I don't know what they're more excited probably about David Beckham taking it and scoring than the offer that was I think sent in his direction by his great mate. Come and have a crack. Yeah, he's still asking.
I think he knows. I think that was just a gesture, but I think if it's a penalty, I think I'd probably fancy Gaz to do it. But this ball here and where it is in free kick terms, there's only one person for this, and I'm sure he's relishing this. This is a great opportunity for him.
Up steps David Beckham. I remember on that famous day on this ground. Nicky Butt to David Beckham. Manchester United colours. Special night for those who have so many memories here. It's Butt again. Overton. Anderson is a scorer against Blackpool. Its first Old Trafford Premier League goal on Sunday. Midfield from being a striker.
Yeah, correct. Well, that's what you tend to do when you...
It's a lovely run here. And in the end, Philip Neville. Hamitic. That's a lovely cross. And a really, really good chance for Matri. Promising so much. Matri. Martinez this time. Maybe Matri this time. Just beyond Matri. A challenge by Beckham. It was the wrong side to make that challenge, and Mark Halsey slightly reluctantly realises he has to play fair for Juventus. Well, that is fantastic. A brilliant free kick from Gian Donato. One for the future.
Well, Martin, I don't think anyone would thought he would be going for goal from here, but he showed great ability to get it up and over, and to beat the young goalkeeper in goal is to think of Juventus not being in European football is, you know, it's,
Where's Brown? Bit short of match back. Anderson. Wanting to see as much of Beckham as possible. Anninger suddenly punched it to Anderson. There's a crack. Deflection nearly came Beckham's way. It's a corner for Manchester United.
Martin, I forget what it's all about.
Juventus looking for more, and another free kick. Well, this is the farewell. A one-club man, one-eyed in his devotion to it, tireless and talented in the cause of Manchester United. And now he'll be looking to bring those qualities into a wider world. Placed by Scott Wootton. I'm sure he'll do a proper cool down afterwards.
I think he'd
be hard work.
I think he'd be delighted to be sitting where he is now. I think he's really gone out there and tried his hardest tonight.
What about that from a free kick? Sorry, Dwight, from Krasic.
In a friendly game like this, in a testimonial game, they still don't want to lose it.
But Phil Neville, maybe it's unmarked in the middle. No gimmies from Juventus. Go corner. Gibson. Picked out with supreme style by Beckham.
Normally Beckham to Scholes, and it would have been only one result in those situations with time and space like Gibbo just. But
if you look back in years to come, we realise how important that was, that affection, that love, devotion to the club. Here's Raphael. There will be a delay, and David Beckham helping the stewards, and I guess, a little bit of over-enthusiasm. Certainly not like one of the younger pitch invaders that you've ever seen. He'll be wiser for that, and hopefully he won't have spoiled his chances of following Manchester United here again. In fact, David Beckham might be saying, why not let him back in? He's a lad, but he shouldn't have done it. If you let one do it, they'll all be wanting to do it. Anderson. In for Nicky Butt, trying to come up with the equal one, the black and white. Strikes with pride. Might have scored more actually than the two.
Yeah, Martin, I think you're totally right with what you're saying there. I think Juventus have done themselves a lot of credit in terms of turning up here and putting on a fantastic show for such a fantastic occasion, for a great cause as well. And hats off to them in many respects. You know, as I said, you know, they have to be the opposition, but it's been a fantastic outing today.
It has been an evening worthy of the man. The record books will show that some 42,000 were here to honour Gary Neville, despite the fact that Manchester United had big games just before and very soon afterwards. But David Beckham made a long journey back to pay homage to a very good friend and a night out. He's never had a training session missed for the wrong reason. And here he is talking to his crowd tonight.
Players who I've played with for 20 years, it's been an absolute privilege to have played with them. To my family, special to me, to die, and to the committee for all the hard work that they've done. To the manager and the coaches, without I wouldn't have achieved what I've achieved with this football club. I'd like to thank David, Phil, Nicky, coming back and playing tonight. I'd like to thank Juventus, a great football club, and respect a lot. Thank you. And finally, the most important thing is we've got to go win that trophy on Saturday, and I wish you luck.
He actually came here, Gary Neville, 2 months before Sir Alex came. He was 10 years old when he joined, I guess, what was called the Centre of Excellence then. Ron Atkinson was still the manager. And as you've heard earlier in the programme, not too many, including his own dad, at that time thought he would have the skill to come through at this famous football club, let alone play for as long as he's done, let alone win the honours that he's done.
It's a great tribute to Gary Neville and the family, you know, what he has done, what he has achieved in the game. You know, people often use the word legend, but he's certainly going to go down as a legend in the Manchester United history. And again, every kid out there who is watching is just somebody who you can look up to with hard work and, you know, dedication to your sport, and, you know, you can achieve all these things. And as I said before, he's not the most talented person in the world, but you talk about commitment, attitude, professionalism, all of those things adds up, and he's got it in abundance and deserved everything that he has done in the game and achieved in the game. And as I said, what a fitting night for him, and I'm sure that for the 20 years he's been at this club, that these fans really do appreciate him, and there's only one red, and that's Gary Neville.
Well, what is great credit to Gary Neville as well. He worked so hard at the start and all through his career, but he knew when it was time to stop. And sometimes that's the hardest decision to make of all.
It certainly has, Martin, and we all come to that stage, but, you know, as I said, he still had a year remaining on his contract. And he had the courage to really say, you know what, Gaffer, my time has come to an end. I could no longer be the player I was once. And still was man enough to walk away from it. And that's just a tribute to Gary Neville.